I'm going to do a back massage with oil, and since I don't have a massage table, I'm going to work in a Shatsu position. That is one knee, one foot, a Shatsu triangle formed by my knee, my foot, and my hands. And the theory in Shatsu is that the energy comes from my hara and it comes out through my working hands. If I get tired in this position, I can always change and have a rest by switching knees that I'm kneeling on, or kneeling on both knees at the same time. Put some oil on your palm without breaking contact with your partner. Spread the oil on your hand and gently, it's part of the massage, spread the oil over the back, shoulders, and any excess oil you have, spread it down the arms. And then I like to start with a stroke called effleurage, where I put my palms together and I spread my fingers out. I separate my palms. I'm going to go even wider. My thumbs are just touching. So I have access to the whole back between my two hands. And then starting at the waist, I just lean down using a Shatsu technique and press firmly up the back, driving the blood back to the heart. And then I go lighter up to the shoulders, pick up the neck, and then follow through down the arms to the hands. And I do this several times, always moving in such a way that one hand is in contact with my partner. I like to work with at least 3 massage strokes so that it gives enough time for my partner to focus and be aware of the massage stroke. In this video, I'm only going to do 3 strokes, but this is such a nice stroke. You could do 6 or 9, depending on how much time you have. And then I'm going to come back to the waist, and this time I do put my base of my palms together, and I follow my partner's breathing. I get them to breathe deeply. When they breathe out, I lean down and drop my weight on my palms and slide through to the side, and do that several times. Take another deep breath. Breathe in deep. And go with the out breath. Try and get them to breathe slowly and deeply so that you can, in many of the strokes, actually follow their breathing. And then move up the back I worked in the waist a little longer because often people have a hollow, empty feeling down at the waist. But now I'm moving up one palm at a time until I reach the shoulders. Driving out the air when they breathe out. And then I separate my thumbs about 6 to 8 centimeters, and there's some long rope-like muscles along the back which correspond to the kidney meridian in shiatsu or acupuncture. And very often in the lower half of the back there's a zone somewhere here where people hold just to keep their back up. They contract and they have a lot of ache and pain. So I'm going to explore this area by making deep circles about the size of a small apple, feeling with my thumbs for any swollen muscles. And I can feel with my right thumb, just there where I'm moving, that the muscle on this side is much thicker than on the left side, which feels empty. Do you feel anything there?
Yeah.
Is it painful?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. Usually painful muscles have some degree of swelling. And you can feel that. Just there.
Yeah.
Yes. You always confirm with your partner that what you're feeling is correct. So having made my diagnosis of the lower half here, I'm going to work with my thumb for a while on the right side, and I'm showing you different techniques. That's like massaging with the thumb and then massaging with 3 fingers, and of course, not to get tired myself, I can reinforce and use 3 fingers supporting 3 so that I can work there longer without getting tired in my fingers. And then finally, I can also go in with the palm. This can be very useful. It's more powerful, but also more widespread. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
Tell me. Always tell me if it's too painful. Is that good?
It hurts, but I like it.
Yes.
Yeah, what I mean.
You feel it relieves
Yeah.
you. Okay. Just tell me if it's too much. I like to give a strong massage. Some people talk about yin massages, which are very gentle, and yang massages. I'm definitely a yang masseur when I'm working with massage. There. And then I'm actually sharing a lot of different techniques. Then I like to end up by doing a quick friction rub. And the friction rub is like this. I'm going lightly, but fast enough to create friction even if the oil is on the back. I have to find the right speed to warm the palm of my hand. Can you feel the heat?
Yeah.
So I'm actually creating a lot of heat on that spot. Is that okay? Just tell me if it's too much. And then after a while I stop and I allow my partner to absorb the heat and become aware of the tension they're holding there. It's like focusing your mind, meditating on a part of your body. Okay? And then, just to balance up, I'll work a little, not as long, because this side there's no pain there, no ache.
I could feel my back.
Mm-hmm.
Like before we started, there's nothing there.
There,
Yeah,
yes.
I really find it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, this side is perfectly painless. But just to go over the techniques again, the thumb, and then the 3 fingers on that area, and then the reinforced kneading. And then finally, using the palm. Is it okay?
Yeah.
And then finally, just to share the technique again, little friction rub there. Heat the skin, warm it, disperse the tension, and then relax, breathe into it, focus your mind there. And then put your thumbs down at the waist so that the spinal processes, the bony points of the vertebra, are in between your thumbs, and press very strongly like you were digging a canal with the fleshy part of your thumbs, so that you connect the lower half of the back with the upper. Can you turn your head to the center? And you end up with your thumbs in the occiput. Now, what I'm noticing with Tanya's back is that there's a slight scoliosis, a slight curvature here.
I was wondering if you'd noticed that.
Sorry?
I was waiting for you to say that.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. There's a slight scoliosis there, and I think this scoliosis is due to this side of the back, the muscles here being more developed. This side is more hypertrophied than this side, which is flatter. Now, what would cause that? Well, it could be, some injury in childhood, but actually what can cause that is simply that Tanya as a baby, when she was crawling, didn't crawl enough with her left leg, and as a result she dragged her left leg, and so to compensate she has developed the right side of the back. And a lot of people do have this slight imbalance because they didn't crawl equally with the left leg and the right. And that's something very early in our development and it doesn't correspond to any back injury or any illness like poliomyelitis or whatever. Okay, so now I'm going to work with the upper half. We've worked with the lower half of the back, and of course here the main work is with the scapular muscles and the shoulders, and later on the neck. So shift your position so that now you are looking at your partner from the side. I'm going to get a cushion. And you're looking at your partner 90 degrees on the side. And take one arm on your side gently, and put the hand, rest the hand on the back. And get closer with your knees and slip your upper knee underneath their shoulder. Then get them to relax and see what happens. When they relax, the position is perfect. It exposes the whole of the edge of the scapula. And then I'm going to work on releasing some of the tension on the inner border. Is that all right? If you ever feel pain, just let me know.
I've got a bony shoulder and you've got I've got a bony shoulder and you have a bony leg.
You do?
Oh,
So I'm pulling towards me and slipping my fingers underneath the edge of the scapula, as if my intention were to separate the scapula, edge of the scapula, off the back. And if your partner doesn't mind, you can pull quite hard. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not painful.
No.
So now I'm increasing, I'm leaning back and pulling. And then after a while, releasing the inner border, I'm going to rock their body gently by pulling on the inner lip. Not by pushing, but by pulling. And the purpose of this is to get them to relax their holding of their body. It's like saying, hey, let go, relax the body. Just let go your holding. And everyone has a different rhythm. I'm trying to find the right rhythm where I feel that Tanya's body sort of bounces, reaches, goes forward, and then bounces back. And I can see her head moving, so then I know that she's quite relaxed. Then I change my position, I bring the arm down, and I come back on the back. I pull the shoulder down, and then I palm the flat surface of the scapula firmly. I'm palming the infraspinatus muscle. And with my palm, I'm finding the edge. The scapula is like a triangle pointing down. So I'm palming also the outer border of the scapula down to the upper arm. And then you'll notice that the scapula is flat, and then there's a wing that goes out. Just follow my fingers. There's a bony ridge there that goes out. And above this wing is the supraspinatus. And this is where most people have some tension. Just there, when I'm working with my fingers. So, to go deeper, reinforce your 3 fingers with 3 and go in deep and look for fibrous nodules that often crack, like you were cracking pieces of raw carrot or potato.
Oh,
There.
hurt.
That's where you're holding. Yes?
That hurt.
Yes. But that's, I found the spot. It's there. Yes. Just tell me your limit. So don't go fast because it's very painful. Go slowly, releasing some of the contracted muscles. Breathe out your tension there.
Oh.
Yes. Why is this area so spastic, so contracted? Because when we're afraid or stressed, if we were primates, we would be raising our arms and moving our arms forward and backward. Attack, retreat, attack, retreat. And so all that behavior of defensiveness and attack to protect ourselves in stress, even if we don't move our arms, is located here. The intention to the movement is there, but it's not expressed, and so it accumulates. And then to end, again do another little friction rub, this time with the base of my palm. Is that okay?
Yeah.
It's lighter. I'm warming up this area, spreading the tension. Distracting that body part, warming it. And then stop. Absorb the heat. And relax. Then you're ready to work on the other scapula. So move your cushion to the other side. All right? And bring the arm behind the back. And then lift the shoulder and slip your upper knee underneath the shoulder. Get them to relax. And you can see immediately the inner border of the scapula is nicely exposed. And then again, work along the inner border, pulling and separating the edge, the border of the scapula. Like on this side, I can actually slip my fingers underneath the scapula because my partner's very relaxed. And then start to rock the body again by pulling, finding the right rhythm. And then bring down the arm, other side, change your position so that you're again kneeling on one foot, kneeling on one knee and standing on one foot. You're working on palming down the flat surface of the scapula, nice and firm. Make sure that the shoulder is down. And find the outer border, runs along there, and palm that. And then look for the wing that goes out, this bony ridge. I'm feeling it with my fingers. And move above that, just there, and look for, go deep, your fleshy tips of your fingers without scratching them, and look for any tight there. You have something there. Yes? Can you feel it? Yes. Yes. Tell me your limit. If you press too hard, they will contract. And so then you don't want that to happen. Is that okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You play tennis?
Yeah.
Which side do you hold the racket with?
That's it.
The right side.
Yeah.
So maybe that also has to do with the right side of the back being stronger.
Yeah.
Are you right-handed?
Yeah.
Yes. There, I can feel it. Can you feel it?
Yeah.
It's like something like raw, crunchy there. Just there. Is that okay, this pressure?
Yeah, it's not too strong.
I'm not using my two hands because that would be too much. So with one hand it's enough. You can also use your thumb. There. Yes? Just there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where you hold. Always think of this block here as being associated to both fear and also anger. Like the primate, shaking its arms, both in fear and in threatening, in a threatening posture. So both feelings are stored here. Now I'm going a little deeper. Can you tolerate that now?
Yeah, it's better.
Hmm?
Better.
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah.
Good. So you've released some of it.
I felt that happening.
You felt it. Good. Yes. But this is the other thing. If you work there, regularly, this fibrous kind of feeling underneath your fingers disappears. The contracted areas melt away. And then again, and by integrating with a little friction rub, base of my palm, is that all right?
Yeah.
I'm going lightly, shaking up the area, stimulating blood to come there, and spreading, dispersing the tension, distracting. And then stop, get them to absorb the heat, meditate on that spot. Becoming aware of where they block their energy. Good. And now it's time we've worked with the two scapula, so now we're going to work with the base of the neck before actually working with the neck. So it's time to change the body position as if you were reading a book and your shoulders have been slightly off, up, and don't hunch your shoulders, drop them if you can. Yeah, that's perfect. Yes, you don't have to go that high, that's perfect. So that there's a gentle slope here and down here, that's the idea. And then the big muscles on each side of the neck are the trapezius, these muscles here. So take a big chunk of the muscle, a big portion of it with your, fingers, and then squeeze. This is kneading. Kneading is the word used when you're making bread, kneading the bread dough. So I'm pulling the muscle, holding it, and then squeezing it between my fingers and my palms. Is that all right?
Yeah, it's very strong.
It's strong.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that's because you have a tendency to hold your shoulders up. Do you remember? I was commenting on that. So you use these muscles a lot to pull up the shoulders. But you tell me if it's too strong. And after you've done that for a while, you're obviously going to work on the parts of the back where your partner feels that that's where they get most benefit. So some parts will get a longer treatment than others. And then take one shoulder and do some ringing. So now I'm using my thumb and my fingers, and it's like I'm alternating, pulling towards me and beginning to push away at the end. As if I was drying a wet towel, so wringing out the water out of the wet towel. And then do the same on the other side. And then you move out, work to the muscles on the base of each side of the neck. And now move out to the deltoids. Can you just move up just a little higher? There, fine. But keep the shoulders down, there. So now your position as the masseur is right above your partner. So you can drop your weight vertically down on your two hands, and I'm working on the deltoid muscles. The deltoids have 3 insertions, one in the front, one in the middle, and one in the back. So my thumb is massaging the anterior insertion. My palm is pressing on the middle insertion, and my fingers at the back are squeezing the back insertion. And with the help of the oil, I slowly drop my weight and slide down below the deltoids towards the elbows, with my thumbs massaging the biceps and my fingers at the back massaging the triceps. Right down to the elbows. You may want to repeat that a couple of times. Thumb working in circles, squeezing, fingers at the back, sliding slowly down to the elbows. And then you have worked with the trapezius and the deltoids. Now you can start to work with the neck proper. So again, get your partner to hold their head, lift the shoulders ever so slightly. So there's a slope here. And they have to hold the head in, so because I'm going to press quite hard, so they have to be able to breathe. Is the cushion there? Can you breathe?
Yeah.
Yes. And then if you need to add a little more oil, you can do that. And come up one side of the neck with your palm and the hand, and shape your hand, squeeze the neck, and then as you slide forward, rotate the palm into the occiput and alternate by doing the same on the right side. Turning, moving down, I'm gripping the neck. I'm offering all my palm and my fingers. And then pressing hard on the occipital muscles where we have a lot of tension. The occipital muscles are what I call the control center. It's where we control the world, are aware, watchful. And these muscles contract when we're afraid and when we're stressed and when we are going into a Moro 1 head reflex, what has been called the amygdala alarm response by Daniel Goleman. Is that all right?
Yep.
Can you feel there?
Yeah, I think I feel like muscle. It feels like bone.
Sorry?
Feels like bone.
Mm-hmm. Is it painful?
Yeah.
Mm. in my experience, I've found that if anyone is stressed or feeling that they are in danger, this area always becomes very contracted. And this is, although this looks quite powerful already, this is just a warm-up for an even more powerful technique. So you have to set limits on me, all right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So in the following technique, you put a little oil on your forearm. I'm going to work on the left side of the neck with my forearm. And to be efficient, kneel on your left knee. With your left hand, pull the left shoulder down. Get your partner to turn their head 10 degrees to the left. So everything is left. That's an easy way to remember it. But the working arm is the right one. And then I go in with the help of the oil, and I use my forearm to soften further the holding, the tension.
Oh.
There.
Oh.
You said, tell me the limit, yes?
Yeah, no more than that.
Hmm?
No more than that.
Yes. Yeah. Tanya she's strong, but she has a delicate body. So I'm going to work more with, the wrist part of my forearm. There, that's enough. There. Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Yes. The idea of turning the head is because the occiput is directly below my forearm when I get there. So I'm pressing on the control center. If Tanya was a big muscular man, I would go in with my upper arm there, because I would be then strong enough to do that. Well, I'm just doing this, but I'm doing it lightly to demonstrate. Okay?
Oh.
Yes. Yes. If you contract, then I'm going too strong. That's better. There. I'm just finding the right pressure. A lot of people are not aware of how much tension they hold. So switch sides, so you balance up. Now I'm kneeling on my right knee, and I'm going to put a little oil on my left forearm. So I'm kneeling on my right knee. With my right hand, I'm pulling the right shoulder down. I'll get Tanya to turn her head 10 degrees to the right. And then it's my left arm that slides up the side of the neck into the occiput. There. Can you feel it?
Yeah.
And breathe out your tension you're holding. It's good to sometimes stop the stroke and keep the pressure on the occiput so that your partner becomes aware of how much they hold there, how much control. And breathe it out. And then just put your head in the middle now, hold it in. And then I'm going to do a two-handed version of what we did before. This one there. So I'm building up each massage stroke is more powerful, stronger than the previous one. So instead of doing that, which is what I was doing earlier, I now squeeze the neck with both my hands and then turn my palms, go into the occiput and make deep circles, so I'm actually stretching the neck strongly at the same time. Is that okay?
Yeah.
This is really strong. And I'm supporting my elbows with my inside of my knees. I'm using a Shiatsu posture to be stronger and more stable in my body. Once in a while, come back, squeeze the neck, shape the hands carefully. So I'm squeezing, then I rotate the palm, and I make very deep circles, pushing. Sometimes I jokingly say as if I was trying to uncork a wine bottle. Take the cork off. I haven't lost a head yet. There. Is that okay? Just once more. And then we're nearly finished. Integrate, breathe. Yeah, relax. Yeah, you can drop your hands now. Just keep them open. Good. So to finish, always finish a massage with a big, generous, integrating stroke so that your partner goes away with a body image that is held together, integrated, and not split in parts that you've worked on. So imagine your fingertips are like a plow, and you dig the fleshy fingertips into the skin. I'm not scratching, I'm just furrowing the skin like I was a plow, plowing a field. And I connect the neck to the shoulders, to the back. And what I'm trying to reproduce is what the Romans used to do at the end of a massage. They would use olive oil, and then they would scrape the back with a metal scraper, an iron scraper, called a strigil. So they would take the oil off, but it was also kind of stimulating, invigorating feeling.
Really nice.
Hmm?
Very nice feeling.
Yes. And then come down, integrate the neck to the shoulders, forearms, and the hands. And then when you're finished, you want to cover your partner. Just lie still, just relax, integrate. I'm going to cover you with one of your towels, so just wait there. So take whatever you're going to cover them with and place the edge of it at the base of the neck, and then drag the edge of the towel down gently as if you were caressing the back with the towel. until you reach the waist, and then fold the towel over and take out the creases lovingly, and end by sitting or kneeling next to them so that you can separate in a good way. You can place your hand on the middle of the back.
That's fantastic.
And you, as the giver of the massage, check that your body is balanced. You're not falling forward or backwards or sideways. You're breathing from your belly, abdominal breathing. Your shoulders are down, your neck is straight. Very much as if you were in a Zen meditation posture or in a yoga posture. Go to the center of your cyclone, where everything is calm. Check your own breathing carefully, breathing out twice as long as you breathe in. You may be tired, but you're not empty. You've just used the energy from the universe, concentrated it in yourself, and passed it on through your hands to your partner. If your partner wants to thank you, they can do that non-verbally with a gesture.